Hello, and welcome to this introductory lecture on security concepts and security goals. In our everyday life, we use computers and the internet a lot, and it's really important to keep our information safe. In this course about secure development, we learn about the big ideas that help us understand and use information security. Understanding these ideas is really important for anyone who wants to write secure code and build secure software. So, whether you've been coding for a long time or you're just starting, this course will help you learn how to make sure your code is safe. Are you ready? Let's get started. Now that we have set the stage, let's dive into one of the most important concepts in information security, the CIA Triad. The CIA Triad is a model that helps us understand the main goals of information security. It stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in keeping our information safe. So, let's take a closer look at each one of them. Let's start with confidentiality. This principle ensures that only authorized users have the ability to access and modify data. And data at any given time can exist in one of three states. The first state is in transit, and this is when data is being transmitted between a sender and a recipient, like for example when you send an email or when you establish a client-server communication. The second state is in storage, and this is when data is at rest, stored on a database, a file system, or any kind of stationary media, like saving a document on your computer's hard drive or maybe saving a transaction on a relational database. We often implement robust security measures for data in transit and in storage. For example, we use Transport Layer Security (TLS) protocol to protect data when it's being transmitted between systems, ensuring that any data sent over the network is secured from eavesdropping or tampering. Similarly, for data in storage, we typically employ encryption techniques to protect sensitive information at rest, making it unreadable to unauthorized users even if they manage to access the physical storage medium. However, we often overlook the importance of securing data in process, the third state of data. And this is the data that's currently being used or processed by the system, such as the data stored in the memory of a device when an application is running. Despite being active for a relatively short period of time, this data is still susceptible to various security threats, like memory-based attacks, for example. And as developers, it's crucial that we adopt comprehensive security measures that cover all stages of data's life cycle, in transit, at rest, and in process, to ensure maximum protection against potential cyber threats. Now, while confidentiality is about keeping our data secret, integrity, the second part of the CIA Triad, is about keeping our data accurate and reliable, of course. Let's explore this concept next. Integrity is a security principle that ensures that data is safeguarded from undetected modification or substitution, whether in transit or in storage. So to illustrate this, let's consider Bob, who decides to download an app from the internet. If the communication isn't secure, an attacker could easily substitute the app with a malicious program or a spyware, leaving Bob not aware about the original app's alteration. So, we've seen how integrity ensures our data remains accurate and unchanged, providing a reliable source of information. But for our data to be useful, it also needs to be accessible when we need it. And this brings us to the final part of the CIA Triad, availability. So, availability guarantees that data is accessible and available when needed by authorized users. And this can be achieved in various ways, such as through physical protections, implementing redundancy, or configuring load balancers. In the context of secure coding, these principles guide us to implement strong encryption algorithms, secure protocols, checksums, digital signatures, and other data integrity controls in our code, while designing our applications to be resilient and reliable. If you're not familiar with these terms, don't worry. As we progress through this course, we'll break down each of these principles and concepts, explaining what they mean and how they contribute to secure development and secure coding. We'll also explore practical examples and exercises to help you understand and apply these principles in real-world situations and scenarios. So, there you have it, the CIA Triad. Confidentiality keeps our data private. Integrity ensures that our data remains accurate and unchanged. And availability makes sure our data is there when we need it. These three principles form the bedrock of information security, and they'll be our guiding stars as we navigate through this secure development course. But remember, understanding these concepts and principles is just the beginning. In our next section, we'll be exploring the AAA model: authentication, authorization, and accountability. These concepts build upon the foundations of the CIA Triad and are key to implementing effective security measures in our coding practices. So, stay tuned and get ready to dive deeper into the fascinating world of secure developments. See you in the next section.